Issues on campus, in Dublin and around the world.
Okay, welcome back to The Vibe on BelfieldFM 101.3. It's Kevin Doyle here, filling in for Kate Hanlon, who's ill. I'm joined in the studio by Mr. Vivian Rath and Miss Carol-Anne Rushe, both candidates, as of today, the only candidates for the position of Welfare Vice-President, as Colin Byrne has dropped out. So, just say hello, folks.
Hi,
how you doing? How's it going?
Great stuff. Welcome. Okay, let's get straight into it. I'm going to start. First question goes to Viv. What experience do you think you can offer to the position of Welfare Vice President?
I think I have a wealth of experience to offer as Welfare Vice President. That as Disability Rights Officer there last year, I did an amount of work with the students of UCD on disability issues, but also I would have covered many other issues surrounding that as well, with people coming in and discussing personal cases, etc. Also, as class rep for the last couple of years, I would have dealt with issues in science and of course with any student issues that need to be dealt with. I was involved in res rights campaigns. When I was a younger student, as living in Belgrove, there was many things that needed to be done for the students at UCD. So I think, I have a wealth of experience to offer to this post. Being a fourth year student, I'm here quite a while, so that I know the run of the place. I know the kind of issues that are facing students, and that I think that that any student that needs any assistance or anything, that I have the experience to deliver to help them out.
Right. Carol-Anne, what experience do you think you can bring to the job?
Well, I was working as the current women's officer. I've personally had a lot of experience with students coming to me with personal issues, and Barry himself has referred a lot of the students to me, and otherwise me to him. And just over the past couple of months, I think it's given me an insight into what the job entails, and it kind of provided a type of training almost, just giving me the knowing what's going on with the students in UCD and what's like. I'm only second year here myself, so but over the past year, like even working last year with Michelle and Dan Hayden, I just on a lot of the awareness campaign weeks, like Alcohol and Drugs Awareness and Shag Week and Breast Cancer Awareness Week and Women's Week, I learned a lot of the issues on campus around that. So
okay, very good. Next question back to Carol-Anne again. So how am I going to work it? One thing that Barry Colford, the current Welfare Vice President, has made a cornerstone of his term is that he is extremely accessible to the student body. However, when he was in here yesterday for the presidential interview, he said that we should definitely try to be more accessible to students. How do you think, briefly, could you achieve that? First to Carol-Anne and then to Viv.
Being more accessible to students, just being more available, letting them know that the welfare office is open to them and it's a safe haven, and allowing them to even going out meeting students in every faculty, and during Freshers Week welcoming students in and letting them know that there's a welfare officer there is someone there, there's a union there, there's a corridor there, there's people around, there's everyone there to listen and to provide support, especially the welfare officer. They will be dealing one-on-one with personal cases and issues like that.
And Viv?
Well, I mean, there are many ways that we can make the Students' Union more accessible for all students in UCD, and there's a number of those issues I would have hit upon in my manifesto, and that'll be out next week. However, more general issues would be that more lecture dressing. I think it's necessary to get out there, to get to the students, to meet them in the big lecture theatres, let them know you're there, let them know who you are. Also, especially when the students come into UCD, the first couple of weeks for students in UCD can be quite difficult, and that's the time when students possibly need the welfare officer most. So it's important to hit all the first, or go out there to meet all the first year students when they come into UCD first. That there are other issues that that could be used, or more ways that could be used to address student issues. By that, I think it could be necessary to have more contact details out there that the student advisors, etc., could send students on to the welfare officer, that the students' union is there for the students of UCD to be there for them, to look after their rights, not only their rights but also the welfare issues surrounding their rights. And I mean, it's important that students know that's what we're there for, and that the students pay a part of their fee to the students' union, so it's there to support the students of UCD.
Okay, very good. Not to ask you to reveal too much about your manifestos, given that they won't be out until Monday, is it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. But just can you give us a sneak preview of what the issues that you hope to be focusing on if elected in your term? Viv first, please.
Well, I mean, there's many issues, of course, that need to be worked upon for next year and the following years. And of course, mental health, I think, is a major issue. That with the suicide rate increasing in UCD, that it's very important that people realise that there is supports there available to them, and that they make proper use of them. And I mean, one campaign that Barry was involved in last year, and has begun now, and the launch date is 21st of February, is the Please Talk campaign. And that's something I really want to continue. I think it's a really good initiative, and it's certainly something that needs to be put out there to the students more. Disability rights is an issue that's very close to my heart, and as a student with a disability, I know the barriers that are there in front of students, and that it's another issue that really needs to be dealt with, and a lot more can be done. Transport is another issue that is really getting up the nose of students, and I mean, that's a very large issue indeed, and it's one that can be dealt with. Food on UCD, STIs, there's a range of issues that could form the cornerstone of anybody's manifesto here in UCD, and the Students' Union needs to get out there and do more work for the students and let them know that they're there for them.
Okay, thank you very much. Carol-Anne, please.
Well, the alcohol and substance abuse awareness campaign will be one of my biggest campaigns running next year, and also healthy eating, sexual health, improvements in the health centre on STI testing, and also improvements on the sensitivity that students should be not dealt with, but the nature of the meeting with the first point of contact with the GP or the nurse that the students get. Also, I've a couple of other things up my sleeve as well. They'll all be revealed next Monday.
No tasters?
No,
Okay.
None yet. But like, there's a lot of things that I would like to, a lot to go on with, and even if I wasn't successful in the campaign, I'd still like to see them follow through next year as well.